the only Leeds Bros show.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Only Leeds Bros. Hope everybody is keeping and doing well. Hope you are all having a fantastic Friday. And if you live in the Republic of Ireland, hope you have a great bank holiday weekend, guys. The sun is just after peeping through there. So grab yourself a beer and have a great bank holiday weekend. Sure, that's what they're for. So worry about work on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend with the family, friends and all that stuff. But before we do get into the video, guys, I do want to say thanks very much to the guys over on Match Bingo for sponsoring Only Leeds Bros. To get involved, all you have to do is scan the QR code down the bottom right hand corner of your screen, or hit the affiliate link in the description below to get involved. One line, two lines, or a full house will see you win a cash prize. So again, thanks very much to the lads over on Match Bingo for supporting the channel. We do really appreciate it, and we couldn't do it without you. So thanks very much, guys. And secondly, running across the bottom of your screen there, the Leeds Creator Cup takes place on the 20th of July in the John Charles Community Stadium. Tickets are only £7 for adults and £3 for kids. All your favourite Leeds United content creators will be there. We take to the field in aid of Prostate Cancer UK to raise some well-needed funds. It's going to be a great day out, guys, so make sure you get your tickets. Do not miss out on it. It's going to be a fabulous day out. And you know what? Let us know in the comment box below. What Leeds creator do you look at? Do you think, oh, he might have a little bit about him? Because we can all talk the talk, but can we walk the walk? So let us know who might be a little bit of a dark horse. Who do you think has a bit about him? And also let us know who do you think is going to be an absolute flop. Who can talk the talk, but certainly can walk the walk. So it's going to be a brilliant day, guys. Make sure you get your tickets, get down. We look forward to meeting you all. That's that. So let's get into the video, guys, and reports today have linked Leeds United with Aston Villa player Emi Buendía again. This one has popped up, and to be honest with you, guys, before I give my opinion, we'll get into obviously the logistics of it. So this says that Leeds United are set to bid 16.8 million for Emi Buendía. Hasn't played a lot of football over the last 2 seasons, as we know. Was brilliant. His stint at Norwich City in the Championship, was a great player for them. Goes up to the Premier League, had his flashes, and obviously got his big money move down to Aston Villa. I think that was a record move for Aston Villa at the time. I think it was 33 or 35 million he moved to Aston Villa for. But gets his move, and I was a little bit jealous of Aston Villa at the time, because that's obviously when they were, you know, not at the heights that they are now, and I have a couple of Aston Villa fans, and I was very jealous that they got Buendía at the time. But he definitely hasn't hit the heights that we're used to seeing from Emi Buendía at Norwich City. It's been a bit of a flop there. He obviously gets the big ACL injury that puts him out for nearly a year. Can't really regain his career, so he's sent out on loan to Bayern Leverkusen this season, where he's only made 14 appearances for the German club. Scoring 2 goals, though, does have to be said, but the loan is looked at as a little bit of an underwhelming loan. Unai Emery has given Emi Buendía the green light to find a move away from Aston Villa, and I think we all knew this one was going to come about. I think we knew in January Aston Villa didn't want him, in the summer as well that they didn't want him. And for me, guys, I look at this one, I'm probably going to get a little bit of stick for this, but look, this is what we do at the channel forum. We put our opinions out there, and give me a little bit of constructive criticism if you don't agree with me, guys. But for me, I find this a little bit of an underwhelming signing, guys, and I know. But let me explain a little bit. I think the Buendía of now isn't the Buendía of old. He hasn't played much for 2 years. When he has played, he hasn't really impressed, and that's a long time. And I bring back the example of Calvin Phillips, who we know is a great footballer under certain managers. But again, similar to Calvin Phillips, hasn't played a lot in the last 2 seasons, hasn't regained that form that we now have. But then you can look at it and apply a little bit of context to it. We've seen with Daniel Farke, he's done it with players like Sam Bourne, who's an injury-prone player. Manor Solomon's an injury-prone player, and is able to get them back on the pitch and firing at full cylinders. And obviously, they've worked together before at Norwich City, so there is that relationship there. So do I think this one will happen? Yeah, I think so. I think it's very doable. It's very doable for that price. Aston Villa want the deal to happen. If Leeds want it to happen, then absolutely. But I just think with Buendía turned us down previously as well, and I know obviously he was in the Championship, and he's probably every right that he's definitely above the Championship type of player. But for me, because he's turned us down before, it's one that I look at it. I think maybe, sounds mad saying this, but I think we can do a little bit better than Emi Buendía. And let me get into it before you go judging. Let me give my reasons why. I look at Leeds United next season, guys. Totally different from the Leeds United that we've seen down in the Championship. We're so used to seeing Leeds United last season as a possession-based team. We hold on to the ball. We're dominant. We dictate the play. in the Premiership, guys, we know that you don't have to be a scientist or a coach or all these degrees to realise that the Leeds United are going to be without the ball next season for large periods of time. And this is where I wonder, with a player like Emi Buendía, where does he kind of fit this style of play? Because when we have the ball and we're used to having possession, I think he can come to life then. But we're going to have to do a lot of work off the ball. I sound like Paul Higginbottom there. But this is where I think, and this leads me on to Gus Hamer, this is where I think Gus Hamer might be a bit of a better signing for Leeds United. Obviously only spent one season in the Premier League, a very underwhelming season again with Sheffield United, and got relegated from the Premiership. But there's this narrative around Gus Hamer that he hasn't played much for Sheffield United and he's injury prone and stuff like this, and completely debunking them theories. He's played 40 times for Sheffield United this season. Yeah, he probably hasn't played 90 minutes and played full matches and a couple of hamstring injuries here and there, but there's definitely a talented player, and if Daniel Farke can replicate that, like what he's done with Manor Solomon and Sam Boyren with Gus Hamer, I think he'd be absolutely brilliant for Leeds United in the Premier League. Put out a bit of a poll as well on our channel and you guys voted on it. Do you prefer Gus Hamer or do you prefer an Emi Buendía? I think 65% has said Emi Buendía, so I look like I have a bit of an egg on my face. But personally, it's just my opinion, guys. I think Gus Hamer might give us a little bit more in Emi Buendía, the way that Leeds United are going to have to set up and play next season. I look at Gus Hamer a little bit like of that kind of combative sort of player. He has a little bit about him, not afraid to do the dirty work. We've seen his 13 yellow cards this season for Sheffield United, which he definitely has to improve on as he's going to come to Leeds United. But he's definitely one that will track back, go after the ball, and Leeds United are going to need that at times next season, guys, especially the games where they're a little bit against us. And can I see Emi Buendía doing that? No, I don't think so. This is where I think that it might be a smarter signing to go for Gus Hamer. But let us know, guys, what you think in the comment box below with this one. Do you prefer a Gus Hamer? Do you prefer an Emi Buendía? Because it's a very, very interesting one, guys. It's one that I think is probably split down the fan base a little bit. I was meant to put it up on Twitter and kind of get the poll off Twitter, but I haven't done that as of yet. But as I said, if you go to our community posts on YouTube, you'll see that 65% have gone for Emi Buendía. So who would you pick? Let us know in the comment box below, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to slap a like on the video, hit subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one. So mind yourselves and mind each other. Have a great bank holiday weekend. Go get your tickets for the Creator Cup, and we'll chat you all again soon.
Let's go.